Gentlemen, my name is Matthew Leonard, and I'm coming to be with you at the 2021 Diocese of Tucson Catholic Men's Conference. And this time, it's for real. Look, we had to go digital last year, but it's time to come out of our shells and get back in the game. And we have to. There's too much at stake not to. So we're gonna get together like real men and dig into what the realest man himself, Jesus Christ, calls the one thing necessary: sainthood, true relationship and growth in God. In my digital talk last year, I spoke about how our final destiny isn't just some place in the sky filled with half-naked cherubs strumming harps. You and I are created to be divinized. 2 Peter 1:4 says we literally become partakers of the divine nature of God. We're never gonna have a better offer than that. The question is, how do we get there? How do we get ourselves and our loved ones to a final destiny that's so incredible that St. Paul says we can't even conceive of it? So at this year's conference, I'm going to give you a huge part of the answer. I'm going to dive in with you into deep prayer, particularly meditation and contemplation. Not just what they are, but how to do them so that you can achieve the one thing necessary that Christ is talking about. Look, the Catholic spiritual life isn't a free-for-all, guys. There's an actual process we go through in order to be deified. Just like we grow up in the natural life, we're supposed to grow up in the supernatural life. And prayer is a huge part of that process. It's your relationship with God. And if you don't have a life of prayer, you have no relationship. If you don't have a life of prayer, you're fooling yourself about your Catholicism. I don't care how many pancake breakfasts you've served or 50-50 raffles you've sold. All things being equal, if you don't have a real life of prayer, a real relationship with God, you won't make it to heaven. Period. So we're gonna unpack it all and get you launched into a whole new way of life that will blow you away. Because trust me, once you engage in a deep life of prayer, everything changes. And I mean everything. So join me and a host of other men on November 6th at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton in Tucson. In addition to the talks, we'll have Mass and confessions, continental breakfast, and lunch. Your registration even covers some other cool stuff like t-shirts and devotionals. And like in previous years, if you're a college student or teen, there are discounts. You guys are both the present and the future of the church, and we want you there. And speaking of wanting you there, if you're thinking, well, I'm not in Tucson, so I guess I'll skip this one. Lean over here so I can knock some sense into you. People in Scripture walked for days to hear about Jesus, and they had sandals, not SUVs. So if you're in Oro Valley, Yuma, Vale, Sierra Vista, Casa Grande, or just next door, get up on November the 6th, slide into your ride, and come join us. Look, I'm coming all the way from Ohio, for crying out loud. And if you beat that, I'll give you a free book. But one way or the other, be there. It's going to be life-changing. God bless, and I'll see you in Tucson.